Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to try and follow one of Jaclyn Hill's makeup tutorials. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. Okay, so the makeup video that I'm going to try and copy is called her My Go-To Glam on a Budget. I will have her video linked below and also it will be on the screen. So I have all the products in front of me right now. I have almost every product that she used in this video except for one powder. I could not find it and I went to try to order it and they don't sell it no more. But let's get started.
Okay, so here we are, totally barefaced. You know the drill. I'm going to start off with Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. This is a prime, correct, and set spray. So I'm just gonna drench.
So I usually go in with a pore filling primer. So for her to use like this as her primer, I don't usually go in with the spray primer, but we're gonna try it. I've never really tried this before. I feel like I tried it once, but I don't know if I like it or not. Whoa. Okay.
Then for foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I love this foundation. I'm gonna go in with 06 Sand Beige. This is the darkest shade that I own, and I did use my Loving Tan Sunless Tanner last night. So
I actually went and did a self-tan on myself last night because I wanted to really try not only the same products as her, but the same shades as her. So I went and did the Loving Tan on me last night, and I picked up the Milani Conceal Perfect foundation in the same shade as her 06, and then I'm going to be going in with my Morphe sponge. She went in with some of this on her chin first. Ew. This is full coverage. I forgot how thick it is. And she's just like packing it in there. And her skin looks so much better than mine. Mine looked like an old lady and hers looks like a baby skin. I don't know if does she put it on her eyes? We're going to. We need it on our eyes. And then my big forehead. I really like how this foundation looks. It looks pretty good. Let's continue on.
The Morphe one, again, extremely inexpensive. And in the Morphe concealer, I'm using the shade C2.65. This is a little bit lighter than my foundation.
I got the Morphe in the same shade as her. So she put it underneath her eye. When she says this is like a shade or two lighter than her foundation, it really is. So I'm used to going in with almost like a white concealer. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to look. It looks a lot lighter on camera, like watching hers, but it's the same shade, I swear. I love the Morphe concealer. I just recently started using it, probably like 3 months ago. Ooh, girl, I'm liking it so far.
This is too much. So instead, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. This is in the shade Light Medium. I'm hoping that it doesn't change the color of my foundation really because it does have color, but we're gonna find out. You know what, we're just making it work since I don't have my shade in a lot of stuff right now. I'm the one who decided to spray tan last night and wasn't even thinking, so whatever. These are the consequences of my actions. I'll just do a really light amount of it.
So she's going in with her sponge and she's just tapping it all over her face. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, again, I would have went in with the Fair to Light powder, and I'm learning a lot from Jaclyn. Like, yeah, I really need to not go so light with my powders and stuff when I self-tan. But I'm always so scared that I'm going to look orange. That's why I go lighter, because I just don't want to look orange.
And I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Powder Contour.
So I do not have that But I do have these. So that palette that she's talking about, they don't sell it no more. So I wasn't able to get my hands on it. But I do have the LA Color. This is the contour palette. And I was thinking maybe like using like a lighter shade in here. Or I did find in my collection the Makeup Revolution. This is the Perfecting Makeup or Professional Makeup. And it does have like this light shade here. But I'm so scared. Like I'm so scared because it's not what she has and I don't know if I should use it or not. Hers is yellow base. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the LA Color one because this one is more yellow base. To make this look more like her look, let's stick with the yellow base because she knows what she's talking about.
This actually looks really nice. Like really nice.
Okay, so she just took the end of her beauty sponge again. We're gonna go in with the yellow one and I'm terrified, people. Terrified. So we're gonna take this underneath our eyes, and as you guys know, my under eyes is like a desert. So if I put too much powder under there, it's gonna be really creepy and blech. So let's go in with it. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's just keep going. That's what she did. And she brought that stuff all the way out here. Like she brought it out far. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I didn't go in with a lot. Like I mean, I can feel like the dryness underneath my eyes, but that is me. You know, I just have really bad dry under eyes.
Okay, so now I'm gonna bronze the skin and I'm gonna be using ColourPop bronzer. And the bronzer is called Topaz, which is such a beautiful bronzer. It looks like this.
So the funny thing about this is that I could not find this. So I went on eBay and I found this exact one and I paid probably double of what it originally cost, but I was like, okay, I have to have it because Jaclyn used this in a couple other videos and I've always wanted to try it out. I got it in the mail. And I had it just sitting there, and one of the dogs decided to chew on the corner. Not sure which one, but it did not ruin the inside product, so it's all good.
And just with a big fluffy brush, I'm just going to run this all over, all over the cheeks to really warm this face up. I'm putting it all over the hairline, down by the temples, running it back over the cheeks again.
So she really kind of keeps it higher, like, than lower. So we're gonna just do what she did and go with a big fluffy brush. She didn't say what brush she went with, so I just found like a big fluffy one that I have. And we're gonna do what she did. Do both sides here. Oh, my cord's getting stuck. Here, and we're just gonna kind of keep it up higher like she did. And then she takes it on her forehead. So she does not bring it, my hair is going crazy. So she doesn't bring it down like underneath her chin or anything. That's what I usually do, and she doesn't, so we're just gonna do what she does.
I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush like this guy right here. I'm not gonna contour my nose. I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit of warmth to the sides, just so that the nose doesn't go fully untouched and just sits there kind of sad and basic in the middle of the face. Just a little something like that. I learned this technique from Nicole, known as Lipstick Nick, who does my makeup on all my photo shoots. And anytime that we don't want like a contoured, structured look, so just kind of slap a little bronzer on, and it just makes it look put together and not so like left out and empty. For my brows, I'm not going to be using anything different than I normally do because, like I said, brows are the worst part of my makeup routine for me. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This has been my go-to recently. I love this product. I'm pretty sure that NYX makes a brow pomade, but I don't own it. So
I got mine in the shade dark brown. I don't know what color she's using, but I go in with dark brown. So she did her brows off camera, and I will do the same because I am not that good with my brows. And yeah, so I will do my eyebrows and be right back. Okay, so I am done with my brows. They look quite dark. And they're definitely not sisters. They're like really distant cousins. But we're just gonna keep going. I'm not that good with my brows, so.
All right, brows are complete. So now we get to move on to, actually, what do I want to move on to? I'm wondering if I want to bake today. My bronzer looks kind of nice just how it is. But you know what? I'm still gonna bake. I gotta be extra, you know? To bake, I'm going to use, again, the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in Fair. And I'm just gonna slap that on like we always do. I used this powder to bake in my drugstore first impressions, I believe. I've used it a couple of times.
So I have the same powder that she is going in with. This is the Fair to Light one, so the lighter one. So I don't mind baking, but I do not like to bake underneath my eyes because it's like a desert under there. So she looks like she's just going underneath here. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of flop this. It looks like she went even up higher because she went underneath by her mouth there. So we're gonna just keep packing this powder on. Did she use a lot of powder? Because I feel like I'm going in with a lot of powder here. I look like Santa Claus. And then it looks like she put it on the side of her nose, which we gotta be careful we do not get this underneath my eyes because that won't be good. I think she put a little bit underneath here. Ooh, just like that. And then it looks like she put just one strip down the center of the nose, just a light one. Okay, now that I look like a fool, let's continue on.
This eye look that I'm about to do is the easiest. I'm out of breath because I just ran to go get my palette. Whew. But it's the easiest, like most go-to look for me. It's just like foolproof. I'm gonna be using my palette because it is super inexpensive and comes out to about $1 an eyeshadow. So absolutes. I'm gonna start off by going in with a fluffy brush in the shade Silk Cream right here. Sorry, I'm gonna use this mirror because I can't see myself that well in this one to do like more precise stuff. I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush, put that back and forth, windshield wiper motions in the crease, stamping it all along my entire outer lid area. And then once we get to the inner corner, I'm going much lighter. I don't want as much product on the inner as I do on the outer. Going back with a little bit more of that. The more you build it, the darker that shade is going to get. So I just continue to build it right there in the crease of my eye on the outer corner of the eye. And then repeat the same step on your left eye.
Okay, I'm not really seeing too much of a difference here, but okay. I mean, and then she says she stamps it on her eye. And then she moves to the other eye. The funny thing is that this shade right here, the one that we're using, is the one that I use the most. So that's kind of funny. And then she said that she does the same thing over on the other eye. So she says that she likes it heavier on the outer, and then as it goes into the inner crease, she likes it lighter.
Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Pukey right here. This is another matte shade. Everything on today's eyes are going to be matte, which is why I love it so much. It's so easy. I'm gonna take Pukey and put it right over top of what we just did.
So she said that she's gonna put it right over the top of what she just did, and it looks like she used the same brush. I feel like she did not change brushes, so I'm not going to. And she said over the same thing that she just did. She said you do not have to go in with this, but she did, so we are.
And then last shadow I'm gonna use on the lid is Mocha right here, which is just a darker, deeper brown. And with that shade, I'm just going to tap it right here, really, really lightly, and then slightly darken that up. I go in with an itty bitty bit at a time because I don't wanna make it too intense.
Like she taps it, tap, 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 tap. And then she slowly brings it in. How far did she go in? Hold on, Jaclyn, we're having problems here. Mayday. Mayday. So she tapped it on the outer, and then she swipes it a little bit, and then she said that she like taps that all the way in. And we're gonna just do a little bit more because our other eye got a little dark. for some reason. So we're just gonna say that that's good.
So that's it for the eyeshadows on the upper lid. Now I'm gonna just take a white powder. I typically use my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, and I use just the whitest shade in there. Today I'm gonna go back with the Makeup Revolution palette that I use under my eyes. I'm gonna use this lightest shade right here on a little kind of like bear paw brush like that, like a little mini guy. This is Morphe M210, great little lid brush. Just picking that up like so. I'm just gonna pat that on the inner corner. Oh yeah, this is gonna work great. And I'm just going to pat that all on the inner corner of my eye. The Kat Von D one definitely has a little bit more pigment when doing this, but it's fine. We'll just build it and then bring it up in here to really give that like bright, white, wide-eyed effect. Wow, that was like a tongue twister for me.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I messed up.
So I'm going to be using my Maybelline Eye Studio Blackest Black Gel Liner right here. Is just make a straight line across my eye.
Liner.
And that is it.
So she's going in with her Maybelline Blackest Black, and then she just lines her upper lash line with a liner brush. So I'm going to do this off camera because it's like, it takes me longer than it takes her, and then I will be back. Okay, so we are done with the liner. I tried my best to have it look just like hers. But now I'm just gonna throw on some mascara, and then I will put on some false lashes. You do not have to do false lashes with this look though, so don't feel pressure. This is actually a great look just to curl your lashes and put on some mascara, walk out the door, but you know me, I'm gonna put on some falsies. She doesn't say what mascara she's going in with for her top lashes, but I can tell by the lid that it is the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. So we're gonna go in with this on our top lashes just like her, and then we will try to apply falsies. We're done with that. All right, I've been spending the last few minutes off camera looking and going through all of my lashes that are inexpensive. And honestly, I'm just gonna go with my go-tos, which are Intoxicating by Flutter. The rest of them have just like really stiff bands and aren't the vibe for this look for me. And since I'm gonna be wearing this actually for the rest of the day and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I wanna be comfortable. So I'm just gonna go with what I know. Okay, so she wiped off her bake. She just did it around her nose, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's wipe that away. And then she went in with eyelashes. So I do have the Flutter lashes in the style Intoxicating. I've never used this brand before, so I'm really interested to see. Look how crazy these look. Like, they are very like in your face lashes. So I'm going to apply these lashes off camera, and then I will be back because this will take me, it takes me a while to put eyelashes on, and I'm not that good at it, so I will be right back. So I got them on. I feel like I look like a fool, but let's just keep going. They look so natural on her, but for me I look weird. Okay, so now that I have my lashes on, I'm going to apply some, just lost my total some eyeshadow to my lower lash line. Yay! I'm gonna go in with a definer brush like this guy right here, and I'm gonna pick up my Ring the Alarm palette. I'm gonna go in with the shade Secret, which is a dark chocolatey brown. One of my favorite shades I've ever developed, actually. I love this shade. And I'm gonna just trace that right along my line. So she's just putting this on her bottom lash line. I got so much glue on this eye, like on the lashes, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Mugshot right here in the center. Such a good shade. I use these 2 colors almost every single time I do my makeup, and you guys know if you watch my videos, that's true. And on a pencil brush, I'm going to just blend that out. So I don't have a pencil brush, but I have this brush. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try and see. So she's just smoking this out. I make the ugliest face when I'm like blending out my bottom lash line or I'm putting mascara on. This lash looks really nice. This one looks sad. So I'm gonna put it on my inner waterline. So I don't have that by ColourPop. I only have the LA Color Jumbo Eye Crayon. So we're gonna have to put this under there. So this isn't as bright as the ColourPop one, but it works, right?
Go in with the first shade right here in light, and I'm gonna use that to highlight the inner corners of my eye.
So she's going back in with her original palette in the lightest shade. And she's going to use that to her inner corner.
For that bright eye effect. I'm not gonna do too much highlight though. I don't want it to be like, but I do want a little bit just to bring some attention. All right, now I'm going to just eliminate this bake down here. And look at this. Like, look at that Maybelline powder. Like, how much it really bakes and does its job. Like, you have to work a little extra with this powder because it really is so fantastic. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get all of that off. I'm using kind of a stiff brush. And then that lower half of our face is gonna look so much more clean than it did previously. Okay, so now for blush. Can you guess which blush I'm going to use?
Oh,
it's
blush.
my favorite drugstore blush of all time still. It's the Milani Luminoso. Luminoso? Whichever. I love this blush so much. Just such a pretty, like, corally, pinky.
I do. I
and
like
it does
this
have
blush
shimmer in
too.
it, but it's not obnoxious and it's not like glittery or gross. It's great. So pretty. It's just so subtle.
Just put that on her cheekies.
All right, so now before I...
But it looks like she just put it on like her cheeks and then brought it up a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. It does give you a little bit of a glow, and since I did not put like a pore filling primer on, I'm starting to see my pores. Not my favorite, but I do really like this blush. Like, I should use this blush more.
But I am gonna just go back with this, again, Makeup Revolution palette. I'm gonna go in with one of my brushes, a JH09, and I'm just gonna grab, again, these two shades, the two lightest, the yellow based, and the more peachy, pinky, vanilla based. And I'm going to just run this over key areas of the face just to, again, bring certain areas forward.
So she went in with her Makeup Revolution palette. I don't have that, so I'm going back in with the LA Color one, and she said the two lightest ones, so the lightest one and then the yellow one. And that's what we're gonna do.
Hit a little under the eye. Okay, so then for highlight, I'm gonna take that exact same brush. There's so many highlights sitting in front of me that I could use, but I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder right here. Also the Maybelline Master Chrome, so beautiful.
So she just said that she went in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, but she didn't say what shade. So I'm going in with the Blossom Glow one because it looks like she's using that, but I'm not sure. And then she did say that she went in with the same brush that she put that white powder on with.
And I'm only gonna put this on the center of my cheeks.
Like the center of her cheeks.
Just for a little extra something, but I'm not gonna take it up all over my face. I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm just gonna put it on the center and then a dab on my nose.
Dab on my nose. Oh my gosh, that is not a dab, that's a lot.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just set my face.
Okay, then she went in and she set her face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. We're gonna do that. She has a fan. I have not bought a fan yet, so I am going to use my hands as a fan. Yeah.
Now I'm going to put some mascara on my lower lashes.
We'll go in with the MAC one.
Hands down, the best one that I have tried is Morphe. And I know that people are like, you're a Morphe robot. I really don't care because the brand is amazing and Morphe is doing a service to everybody by giving us bomb products for a very inexpensive cost. Cost? Price? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna use Sweet Tea by Morphe.
So I have the same one that she's using in the shade Sweet Tea.
Which is a brown neutral. And these lip liners are so creamy, but they're not too creamy. Like, they remind me a lot of MAC, which are my favorites. And the way I typically do this when I use a lip liner is I make it the darkest on the outer edge of my lips. And then once I get to the center like this, I kind of put it like that. And I go in with my finger and I just kind of like smudge it out.
So she did that really fast, but what she was saying, what I got is that in the outer corner, she does it really dark, and then as she's filling it in, she does it lighter. And then she said that she takes her finger and she kind of rubs it. Okay, so that is it. This is the final look. I thought it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. I know now that I should have probably cut these lashes because they're a little too big for my eyes, and I didn't do that. So that's why I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, something doesn't seem right. And this lashes definitely needs to go in more, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna do it. Overall, I love this makeup look. I really had a lot of fun doing this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!